Episode 4. Suna went back to the living room. Her sisters-in-law were talking with her husband. Doshik, you should do something about Suna. It's been over 30 years, and her housekeeping skills haven't improved at all, Mira said to her brother. Her husband looked up from his newspaper. You're right, Nuna. No matter how much I tell her, she doesn't listen. At her husband's words, Suna felt suffocated. The husband who should protect her was instead siding with her sisters-in-law and attacking her. By the way, can we see the kitchen? Sun said, standing up. Reluctantly, Suna guided them to the kitchen. Entering the kitchen, the sisters-in-law inspected everywhere like inspectors. Why does the refrigerator look so shabby? Can't you even organize it? The sink is old too. No wonder the food tastes bad when it's made in a place like this. But to the sisters-in-law, everything was lacking. They poked at the prepared foods one by one. The pancake is burnt. You must have failed to control the heat. Why does this enamel look like this? You must have messed up the blanching time. The japchae looks too oily. The noodles are soggy. The foods she had prepared with care since dawn were being criticized one by one. Suna stood with her head bowed, unable to say a word. It's really pathetic. You've only done housework your whole life, and this is all you can do? At Mira's words, tears welled in Suna's eyes. Only done housework? Was that her fault? It wasn't by choice, it was all she could do. Sister-in-law, you lack effort. You should go to a cooking academy, or at least learn from the internet, Sun chimed in. Right. I feel sorry for our Doshik. He suffers so much having a wife like this. Just then, Hanul entered the kitchen. His son's face was full of anger. Ants, aren't you going too far? Mom has been working since dawn. Oh my, Hanul, why are you interrupting adults' conversation? So rude. Mira glared. The rude ones are you, Ants. You come every year just to torment Mom. You brat, that's enough. Go to your room. Suna urgently stopped her son. Hanul gritted his teeth and went to his room. Look at that. She can't even educate her children properly. To talk back to adults. Sun clicked her tongue. That's why he's still unemployed at 32. The parents didn't teach him properly. The sisters-in-law's sharp tongues continued. Suna, unable to bear it any longer, fled to the bathroom. Sitting on the closed toilet lid, she cried silently. Tears streamed down her cheeks. How long would she have to live like this? How long would she have to endure this humiliation? Suna looked at her reflection in the mirror. Her 60-year-old face had wrinkles and deep sorrow engraved upon it. When she returned to the living room, the sisters-in-law urged her to prepare lunch. Hey, we're hungry. When are you going to serve food? I'll set the table right now. Suna went to the kitchen and began setting the table. Her arms trembled from carrying the heavy bowls, but no one helped. Her husband was chatting with his sisters, and the sisters-in-law sat as if it were natural. As soon as the table was set, the sisters-in-law sat down, and as expected, began critiquing the food. The galbijim is too salty. The kimchi is too sour. The doenjang jjigae is too bland. Suna stood by the table, silently listening to their words. She wanted to talk back. You try it. Let's see how well you do. But she kept those words buried in her heart. It's really frustrating. How did you live 30 years being this incapable? Mira's words were the final blow. Suna could no longer stay there and went into the kitchen. Leaning against the sink, she closed her eyes. Her heart felt like it was tearing apart. The sorrow accumulated over 33 years rose to her throat. Endure today. But how will I endure tomorrow? Suna drank a glass of water with trembling hands. The cold water went down her throat, but the fire in her chest wouldn't extinguish. Someday, all this will end, she comforted herself. But she didn't know when that someday would be. Cliffhanger. Humiliated and broken, Suna reaches her limit. But the holiday is not over, and the family's demands continue. As the afternoon wears on, a final, shocking act of disrespect pushes her to the edge. What will be the last straw? Watch the next episode.